How are you going, guys? My name is David Coetzee. I'm a South Australian chess coach. And guess what? This is my first video. And we talked about queen h5. A lot of you guys doing queen h5 with the idea, oh, bring my queen out. Yeah, baby, that's it. And do a quick checkmate. Well, if you're playing black, I'll give you now an example how you can chase the queen around and maybe even you can win it. The first move of white is e4. And the most of you guys playing with black e5. Not that I'm a fan of it, but hey, you have to play something against e4. And now we talk about move queen h5. The idea is to checkmate black as soon as you can. Black plays knight c6 because he has to defend the pawn on e5. And white plays now the bishop to square c4. As you can see at the chessboard, I put two arrows down on the square f7. If black doesn't do anything at the moment, then white can play queen f7 checkmate and the game is over. So how can you prevent that with black? What can you do? You can interpose. As you can see here, you interpose with the move g6. And you attack the queen, so the queen has to move. The queen moves to square f3. And again, the queen is looking at square f7. Oh no! Again checkmate. Oh no, I don't want to do that. So, what can we do? Knight f6. You block or you interpose the line of the queen. And the queen still want to do something on square f7. So what white does most of the time? Queen f3. As you can see, the queen moves from the right hand side of the board to the left side of the board. And still looking at the point f7. Now the trick comes in. If you want to chicken out, you do queen e7. But hey, there's a much better move in this position. You can do knight e4. Chase the queen around. As you look in the diagram, the queen is attacked, but also the knight's looking at pawn c2. If you can have pawn c2, it's check. And then you can win a rook on the other side of the board. White doesn't bother at all. Bishop takes f7. Check. Oh no, am I still falling for the trick? Am I still going for the trick? There is one square to go. That is e7. As you can see, the queen has to protect the bishop. Because if the queen moves to a weird square, for example h3, then the bishop is lost. So the queen has to look after the bishop. You can only do it with one move. What kind of move could it be? It is queen c4. That is the only move to protect the bishop. Now the tricks comes in. As you can see in my step plan, I use that in my chess classes. You chase the defender. How can you chase the defender? The defender is the queen on c4. The queen is defending the bishop on square f7. So with the move b5, the queen has to do something. The queen checked on c5. Well, if I take now the bishop, it can be a little bit tricky. So there is a better move. Can I move with the king? No way. I can only take the bishop, but that's not what I want. I can do d6. Interpose to check. And as you can see, you attack the queen again. So where can the queen go? c3. I think that's the only spot where you can go. And now the real fun starts. I love to have two knights in the center. If you have two knights in the center, you'll be laughing. So what do we do here? Knight e4. All sorts of tricks coming in. If the queen moves to a3, for example, then you can do knight c2, check. And guess what? The queen on a3 falls. So there's only one spot to go for the queen. As you can see here, queen d3. You have to defend square c2. And because the queen is defending c2, I can do a small trick. This trick is step 2, but it's pretty easy to understand. You can do bishop f5. If you think the knight away, you can see that the queen is attacking. So basically, if I can move again with my knight, I do a discovered attack. So, I can do a discovered attack to move my knight, but there's also something else going on. The bishop, I can still take the bishop. So if you don't know what to do, there's always a bishop on a 7. So white did, in this case, move the bishop to b3. And now I do my discovered attack. Knight takes f2. This is all sorts of spider attacks. The bishop is attacking the queen on d3. The knight on f2 is attacking the queen, but also the rook on h1. What can you do with white? I think white is in huge trouble. So the queen moves. Where can he go? f1. Exactly, f1. And now there's a free rook on h1. You can take that. White has one more trick on his slave with g4. I can't move my bishop because, guess what? It's checkmate on f7. So what do? Take out the attacker. In this case, the bishop on b3. Knight takes the bishop on b3. Of course, white has to take back. And now you can move safely your bishop to e4. And it protects straight away the knight on h1. White has one kind of trick on his slaves. He can move his pawn forwards to g5. And the idea is to bring his queen to square f6. But hey, just protect it with your bishop. Move the bishop to g7. And as you look at the chessboard, you rook up. How cool is that? For more information, please feel free to check out my website www.chesslife.com.au.